Serious, what's an advice that everyone should know if they're battling with poor self-esteem?
That self-love isn't a linear process. You're going to have days where you feel good about yourself, days where you feel meh, and days where you can't even look at yourself in the mirror, but this doesn't erase your progress. Be gentle with yourself, allow yourself bad days, and know that the feelings of low self-esteem are temporary and part of the process. Having bad days doesn't make you a failure. It doesn't mean that all your efforts are for nothing, it just means it's a bad day. You cannot hate yourself into a version that you love. Edit, thanks for all the love, guys. My DMs are always open. You're not alone, and I'm here to listen or celebrate with you.
That fake it till you make it feels like beep at first, but actually helps you rewire how you think about yourself in the long run. Also, talking to yourself as you would if you could talk to your younger self can really help some days. I know that for me, taking care of myself can be hard, but thinking about it as if it was someone other than myself makes it easier to put in the effort.
Physical exercise is useful, not because it makes you look good, but because your heart rate will rise, so your blood circulation will rise, delivering oxygen and nutrients, and nice endorphins, to your brain. If you live a sedentary lifestyle, then going for a walk can be a great pick-me-up for the brain. Regular low-level exercise like taking walks can build good foundations for good general mental health.
The biggest tip I ever got was to remember that anxiety is a liar. With regards to my self-esteem, when that inner critic starts, I tell it off for lying to me.
2 things that I actually learned from my self-assured best friend when I finally admitted my self-esteem issues. Anybody looking at you and judging you closely enough to care about whatever it is I'm insecure about physically or even behaviorally has a serious problem that's way beyond anything you're worried about. Would you ever talk to me, my best friend, like that, even if I did whatever I am self-conscious about? Then why on earth do you think I'd be okay with my best friend talking to herself that way? Be your own best friend too.
I struggle with anxiety and depression. Anxiety tells me that everyone hates me, and depression tells me that they should. My therapist has told me several things that have helped. Fake it till you make it really does help. It feels like beep at first, but the longer you do it, the more normal it becomes, and, at some point, it becomes habit. Pretend to like yourself, and you might actually find out that you do. It's okay to have a down day where you just can't function. Don't feel guilty about it. Just don't let me a down week. But if you spend all day curled up in bed one day next week, it's not the end of the world. It's recharging. Don't feel guilty. You don't have to enjoy it, but you do have to do it. Some things, like working, dishes, washing clothes, showering at least once a week, have to be done. I've always struggled with routine things. I don't want to do it, I don't feel like doing so, it is so hard to complete it. My therapist told me this phrase just the other day and it blew my mind. I don't have to enjoy it, get mad about doing it, even want to do it, but I do have to do it. Reframing things in your mind is really helpful. And, finally, I was told, who cares? Now, that sounds awful. But truthfully, even people you see every day won't remember what you wore or say. The only people who do care are those who love you. And they understand if your self-esteem, anxiety, depression gets in the way once in a while. If they don't understand, then they don't matter. Personally, I've found keeping a journal helps me too. Write down the things that bothered you that day. Then find an equal or greater number of things that you enjoyed or made you smile that day. Eventually you train your brain to help see the good things over the bad.
As someone who struggles with poor self-esteem myself, I want to tell every other person with the same problem. You've done well. I wish I could be more like you. Anyone who says otherwise doesn't know what they're talking about. Because, honestly, it's hard. It's not easy, it never was. This is why you deserve all the appreciation in the world for being able to go on with your life even when, deep down inside, you feel like you're a waste of space, when you wake up in the morning feeling like absolute trash, but you still keep going. Hats off, truly. I'm just a stranger on the internet, and even I think that you're a great person. I don't even know you, but I love you anyway. Keep smiling. Always. You deserve to be happy.
Even on the days that you don't feel the best about yourself, you are still worthy and you are still loved.
You're a strong hot slice of cake and no one can tell you otherwise.
The vast majority of institutions and traditions in this world that claim to give you worth are valuing you not by who you are, or by what you can do, but by how much they can exploit you for the benefit of others. Do not listen to these people. The universe is devoid of any worth that we ourselves do not ascribe to it. Just by being a person with eyes to see and a mind to wonder gives each and every life meaning. Recognize that in yourself and those who are valuing you, not by who you are, but by what you can do for them. Lose the power to convince yourself that they are right.
Do your best to take some time for yourself to improve the way you look and the way you feel.
People are going to look and judge anyway, so beep it.
Talk to someone. I don't like these posts, fake it until you make it. That invalidates your feelings and doesn't build self-esteem. I prefer the posts that say, work out, set a goal. This will help with low self-esteem.
Stop making jokes about hating, wanting to kill yourself. Start making jokes about loving yourself instead.
Choose something you think will be hard to do, then do it. Stick with it until you succeed. Overcoming challenges is what builds real confidence and self-esteem.
No one is paying as much attention to you as you think they are. Everyone is too busy thinking or worrying about themselves. If you think everyone is watching and judging you, you just end up crippling yourself.
That voice in your head that says horrible things? Make fun of it, it helps.
Compare yourself with your past self, not with other people.
People are judging you less than you think. Most people are concerned about themselves and how they appear, so they're more like us than we realize. Write down often what you've accomplished and what you're proud of. Reflect on those wins. Did you get out of bed? Did you have less negative thoughts? Did you smile? When you're proud of those small wins, the hope is that you'll see how many more wins you have but didn't realize it.
See, when you think about yourself, you are painfully aware of each and every single one of your flaws. And not just aware, but they are also vastly exaggerated in your own mind, because that's how human minds tend to work. Flaws are a threat and they need a lot of attention to not cause decline in your life's happiness, both physical and mental. But the thing is, no one else sees you just as a collection of your flaws. I can guarantee you that pretty much everyone you know that thinks about you would have at least as many positive things to say about you as they have negatives. And no matter how perfect you are, there are always going to be some people who will never like you, and that is completely fine. Your flaws are a part of you and most people accept that, so should you. Forgiveness for your own imperfect state is something you deserve.
Go see a therapist rather than take advice online from a bunch of intellectually and emotionally inexperienced young people who constantly make jokes about how they want to kill themselves.
Former victim of self-esteem issues here. Whoever you're giving permission to value you, or whoever you think is judging you, just keep in mind one important thing. Beep them seriously, beep them. You don't owe them jack, beep beep them.
You're worth it.
May your day be filled with joy and happiness. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more quality content every day.